thought I was joking when I said I was hyped to play Ernest. Well, I wasn't. I've been on him since he was out, and I've already got him mastered. The way I did this was I caved in and I spent 70 platinum. I've only bought a little bit of platinum, as you see here. I think it was like $5 I had to put on Steam, the minimum amount. Then I just got the lowest amount of platinum. I got the double XP thing they came out with today. If you don't know what that is, to get this, you go over to miscellaneous, and if you don't already have one, there will be another third option here that will say like double bonus or whatever. I forget what it's called. Let me purchase history. Oh yeah, these are all them half off loot packs. Make sure you guys jump on those. Let's see, double XP booster one day. So what it does is it doubles your XP on your character, your command rank if you still aren't level 100, and also credit income. So I was able to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I'm going to say 15 UPR packs at the half off price. Make sure I'm serious, you guys get a better jump on that, because I believe this is going to go away tomorrow, the half off. I think this is some sort of promotion they're doing. They haven't really said when they're going to get rid of this, but I'm fairly certain this will be going soon. This is like a promotion for Ernest. If you want to see some of his skins from the packs, I was able to pull 2 of them. Let's see here. We've got the Ibis, which is the maroon and teal color. It's alright. I actually like this. This is one of my more favorite ones that he has. The other one I pulled is the Dove, which is pure white and then the black trim. This is a really nice looking skin as well, but you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. So I'm just going to chill with my master skin. The golden skin, if you guys saw my video about the code, here you go. This is the golden skin. It's legit. Make sure you type that code in, because I did see that Gearbox said the shift code for the golden Ernest skin will be expired the 15th of September. So you got a couple weeks still, a little bit more in a couple weeks, almost 3 weeks still to get the golden skin. Make sure you do, because this also makes your power egg golden, and it's a really nice skin. But I want to show off my master skin. Now, I'm just kind of rambling right now. I know I posted that video on my Helix of what my choices were going to be on launch day, and I did end up changing a few of them because I didn't really have the best idea. Like, I played one game of bots just to kind of test out the Helixes and whatever, and then when I started playing against people, I changed up my original list a little bit. So I'll go over my original list now for all the people who have not played Ernest yet or are just started playing him and you don't have any mutations. I'm going to redo my list right now real quick for you guys on the beginner set, and then I'm going to show you guys my set with the mutations. So level 1, I'm still taking concussive charge. It's really good. It lets you get up to higher places, backdoor and incursion. It's a really versatile Helix choice. You also get an escape and a chase with this. It's really nice. The movement speed, actually, I tried it a few times. It's actually really good. This allows Ernest to be really annoying camping around his egg, and it's hard for them to hit you. I actually really like the movement speed, but I still feel like the concussive charge is the better option for the versatility that it provides. Level 2, on the standard, I went with the 10% damage because this does not replace the attack speed. So this 10% damage will go on top of the 25% attack speed that is already on your egg. And this is for your whole team, so this is really good. So I stayed with this. Level 3, we have drum mag and trigger delay. I tried both of these. I ended up taking trigger delay more so than drum mag, because trigger delay, if it bounces and then it hits them, it'll still explode right away, but you won't get that passive direct hit 15% damage bonus. So the reason I took trigger delay is because if you can bounce a shot into them and it only bounces once, it still will count as a regular direct hit like it says here. So I found this was better. The 2 extra grenades I didn't feel like were very needed. My attack speed and reload speed were extremely fast, so I didn't really need the extra grenades because I was spamming anyway, and trigger delay was overall better choice. So I stayed with trigger delay as well. Level 4, we have chain reaction and bonus boom. I tried the bonus boom. I have never needed to use more than 1 charge, actually, because of the cooldown time. The 2 active charges could be useful. Maybe there's some secret strategy I haven't found yet, but I've always seen that chain reaction is better just because it allows you to blow stuff up more conveniently. Level 5, we've got expedited explosives and shell shocker. Now, originally, I preferred the shell shocker for the wound, but I found that after testing both of them out, expedited explosives was the far better choice. 2-second cooldown on your explosive grenade every direct hit. If you hit all 6 direct hits on your grenade launcher, that's 12 seconds knocked off of your cooldown, and basically you can throw one after you hit all 6, it'll be off cooldown again, and then when you're reloading, you will be able to start shooting them again, and you can kind of, in between reloads, throw out the sticky nades. So it's really better to take the expedited, I feel, because of the DPS. Shell shocker, the wound, it could be good, but I haven't seen that it's been better than expedited, so I changed my mind here on the level 5. Level 6, we have reinforced shell and proximity alarm. Now, proximity alarm, I tried it once and I did not like it at all, because the way I was using my explosive charges, this was basically never ever needed, because you throw, what I did was I'd throw a charge out. When I got close to him, I'd blow it up. Like, there was no way, I wasn't even trying to set up plays with this thing. Maybe I should have tried, but I never needed to. His damage is so good, and if you spam the explosives with the cooldown here, then, I mean, you're golden. The reinforced shell, however, I did take this a few times. I found that the health was useful, but I found like it wasn't enough either. If an enemy was targeting your egg and they wanted to kill it, I mean, the 100% health bonus was not going to prevent them from killing it at all. The only thing that this would do would, maybe if you were in lane and you tagged a minion and you dragged it too far over and it started hitting your egg, or like maybe like a napalm or something and your egg just happened to be right in the fire. I mean, that's the only time the extra health would matter, because it would keep it alive. But, I mean, if someone wants to kill your egg, they're going to kill your egg. Like, no question about it. For this reason, I stayed with proximity alarm despite my doubts of how good it would be, but hey. Level 7, rapid launcher and grease canisters. Now this one is honestly a 50-50. It depends on my gear, really. We'll take a glance here at what the gear I used. I just used 3 white items the whole time I played him. We have a reload speed, an attack speed, and a skill damage. Now, all these, like I said, are white items. They're really cheap. They're all max rolled, so that's good. The reload speed really helps, and it almost makes it as if you don't need to take the reload helix. And then attack speed, obviously, and the skill damage for his ultimate and his explosive stickies. So let's jump back down here. Honestly, I prefer the rapid launcher because okay, this increases the attack speed flat, right? You don't need to be in your egg for this. This is just a flat 15% attack speed bonus, which is good. That's a lot of attack speed, and Earnest really needs it, because if you're not inside your attack power egg, you're not going to be shooting that fast, even with attack speed gear. So I took this and put on a sword, and it basically made it like I was constantly in my egg. And then when I was in my egg, I was near 50% attack speed, and it was absolutely insane. The reload speed, like I said, I was already building in my gear reload speed, so I found like I didn't need this on grease canisters, so I went with the attack speed most of the time. But like I said, it's a toss-up. Play around, see which one you like most. Level 8, we've got Over Easy and Hard Boiled. Now, every single time I took Over Easy, I hesitated the first time I played him to take damage reduction on the bot game just to see, like, throw it at my teammates and see how much tankier they'd be. But I never honestly used his power egg for defensive mode. Every time I threw it out, it was always in attack mode. I never switched it to defensive mode. And the cool thing about Over Easy is it adds the defensive shield to defense and attack mode. 450 shield, and this can technically negate damage as well. So even though we didn't take the health here, we have the shield, which can sometimes be enough to negate that damage that might destroy it. And I felt like the 10% damage reduction was useless. I never used a defensive egg. Level 9, Bombastic Blast and Shrapnel Burst. Now, originally I was taking Shrapnel Burst when I started playing him and trying stuff out just because I thought it would be better because flat damage. But I noticed that when I was using my Concussive Charge at level 1, the area radius on the bomb actually makes you go farther because you can run farther out before you explode your sticky and then it lunges you. So Bombastic Blast I felt like was a better choice ultimately. And level 10 I stayed with the Watch Your Step. I felt like I never needed the slow and the damage was really good. It could clear a wave instantly. So yeah, that's what I use for beginner. Now advanced with all mutations, this is what I would take and what I am taking now. I stay with Concussive Charge at level 1. Level 2 I take Never Stop Shooting because this will kind of help counter my not taking the reload at level 7. I'm still going to take the attack speed, not taking the reload, so I have reload gear and the reload speed inside the egg. So I take this at level 2. Level 3 I take the bomb suit because the trigger delay is good, but I feel like it's not needed over the bomb suit. I feel like bomb suit has a much better value. 35% damage reduction from all AoE is really good, and I decided to go with this option. Drum mag still useless. Level 4 chain reaction and bonus boom. Stayed with the chain reaction here. Bonus boom is useless in my opinion. Level 5 I went with expedited explosives again. I tried Razzle Dazzle, but the damage I felt, even with the mark, was not better than the explosive cooldown reduction. Level 6 I went with Secondary Strike on the mutation. 3 seconds after exploding a charge detonates, damaging enemies in range, plus 200 damage. Now this damage also scales, and when you're constantly spamming out charges with the 2 second reduction, you can get even more damage off of your mortar things. So that was really good. That's also why I build skill damage. Level 7, like I said, I went with the attack speed. Level 8, I went with the Rotten Egg, actually. I originally thought this would be a horrible choice, but what this allows you to do is if you're playing Incursion or even Meltdown, really, if you're near or in the enemy's base and you're like in a little choke point, if you throw your egg down around the corner or whatever and you just sit there, you're like poking your head out or whatever, they're gonna have to get close to you or even in the same area you are to do anything to you to get you out of there. And when they start to come into you, every 1.5 seconds they're going to be taking 135 damage per pulse, and this is a very fast pulse, like it's instant almost. It's like a Cleese energy rift almost, and it's a lot of damage for what it does, and it makes them have a rough time actually dealing with you when they finally get to you when you're at a choke point. So originally I never saw myself picking this, but ultimately this is the best option in my opinion. Level 9 I stayed with the Bombastic Blast because of the Concussive Charge, and level 10 I stayed with Watch Your Step. So I went over my gear, I went over my helixes for beginner and advanced when you have all the helixes. Here's his lore page. Demo bird, you can You can read all this yourself. Here's the picture. I know a lot of people want to see this. I believe this picture was already on the internet somewhere. I think I've seen it. And I will show you his legendary. Let's see. This one, yep, the Omelet Blast Suit. It's got health, reload speed, and lifesteal on explosive charge. Now, I usually don't like to use legendaries unless I'm like solo queue and I feel like I need to have a little bit more strength because I don't really know my teammates, but I do want to kind of test this out because the lifesteal I feel like will be really good with the mortar after, if the mortar counts as well, so I have to play around a little bit. The title you saw at the very beginning, Master of ERNEST, it looks pretty cool. I believe this is one of the only ones that actually is pink. So, I'm going to show you guys a few little tips and tricks in the game that I like to do with ERNEST, specifically on Overgrowth, because that's all you can really find nowadays. So, we're going to go into the verses here, go on Overgrowth, and I'm going to show you a few little things on how I played ERNEST. I'm gonna have to put the bots down to 1 just so. Let's put this just so the game will let me start. I'm not gonna go into a real queue for this because I don't want to possibly lose the game because of it, but I just want to show you guys this cool stuff. So I'll come back when I am at the game loading screen. Alright guys, I'm back. We're in game here. I took the concussive charge.
Shard clusters to earn
now what I'm going to show you is the best way I feel like you should use concussive charge, because if you look here, it's a little hard to determine how it's going to shoot you. Like, I went right on top of it and it just kind of shot me up and it looked like it did nothing. You got to kind of time it, because you saw here, that just launched me, right? So depends on when you explode it. Let me see if I can get a good example here. See, look at all that. Look how far it just launched me. We're gonna. I only put one bot on the other team, so it doesn't bother us. The first thing I'm gonna show actually is the thing that I want the devs to see, because I feel like this is pretty game breaking. If you come to either this barrier on Overgrowth or this one, so either one, if you take your egg, you come up to it like this, you drop it, the egg goes under the map. See, like, you can't destroy it unless you're right here and it's lit up like that and you have like an AoE or something. So your egg is totally safe under here. Your team can just be right here all game around the egg. I mean, it has a wide radius, so you could be here and they'll see this obviously, but they can't destroy it, and you can still change the modes of the egg as well. So that's a little game breaking. I didn't do this to anybody, but I saw it happen and I figured it out, and I want to make sure that this gets taken care of. So either side you can do this. Guys, please don't abuse this. I'm just showing this so that hopefully it gets fixed. How the hell did 3 bots just fucking die? Oh my god, the sentry's already low. Alright. We're gonna go over here and I'm gonna show you what I mean about the whole backdoor thing. Normally, you would do this with a character like Benedict, Thorn, Isaac, Nelka. Nelka can't really backdoor, but you know what I mean. She's got the mobility. You want to set it here and jump just like that. Run right out in front, and then right when you feel like you're about out of the radius of the blast, you want to blow it up, and it'll launch you up here. You can throw your egg back, and then you can just get this thumper turret so that it doesn't bother you, obviously. If you're familiar with backdooring in general on Overgrowth, like I said with Thorn or whoever, you're gonna already know what you want to do here. You want to destroy their buildables, and then if you feel like you can get some sentry damage done, you can. You can also pre-clear the minion waves from here. It's really hard to, but I'll kind of show you. I'm only level 1, but I'll show you his reload speed just with the white gear. It's pretty fast. Let me go down to 0. So he does 1, 2, 3, and you're good, and then you can start shooting again.
Bring minions along
1,
to weaken
2,
the enemy
3,
sentry.
and that's only with 21%. Level 2 will
We've
get the
engaged a
20% on the
mercenary
egg, and that'll
camp.
put us at 41. But this is all you do to backdoor. This is what I've been doing most of my games. It's fairly simple. The sentry can't really do much to you. If you're smart in where you place yourself, you're going to be able to get this easy. Make sure you kind of keep your egg closer up. I should have moved it up where it was. But if you keep your egg about here, you can just stay around the corner and then just pop the sentry whenever you can. So,
Someone hold this for me.
I got him. Nice. Alright. Now, one last thing. I'm going to show you guys what Earnest, because there isn't really much else to show you.
Allies are attacking a thrall mercenary.
This is another spot you can put your egg. I felt like was a pretty well-placed spot. They can't really hit this. It's actually pretty
Our
easy to
minions
aim
are
it to
getting
go up
crushed.
there.
Defend them.
I'll show you an example. If you're on their side over here, there's no way you can fucking hit this without getting shot at by everybody. And the cool thing about it even being up there is I still got my buffs. See the little orange stuff at the bottom? I've still got the buffs. So
Enemies
your
have
egg's a little bit
engaged the
safer if you
mercenary
throw it
camp.
up there. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can show you guys. Here's a good example. So if I had my AoE on my
Have
egg right
engaged the
now,
thrall mercenaries.
and it was doing them fast pulses, doing all this damage, and I'm just in this area. So I've got all these buffs, right? I've got the AoE on the egg, and I'm just sitting in here, in their nest. How funny that I'm
Our
a bird
foes
in their
have moved
nest,
on a
but
thrall mercenary camp.
this is going to be really annoying. Obviously, there's no players right now, but if you were on the enemy team and I was in here doing this, and you'd come up here to try to push me out, you saw I have my egg in here. It's kind of like Cleese, where if Cleese were to do this, he'd have all his rifts in here, and essentially he'd be like unkillable, basically, like in
Mercenaries are
theory.
available.
But Earnest is kind of the same way, and that's why I like to take the AoE damage. I was struggling trying to figure out how to explain it, but this is like the best example I can show you.
Thrall
Another one would
mercenary
be like
camp
inside the
engaged.
tunnel or whatever. Like if you were here and you threw your egg down here, whatever. Anyway, that's enough for this shit. I'm gonna excuse me.
An ally
I'm gonna go to
hired
bed, guys.
thrall
I've been
mercenary.
grinding the hell out of Earnest. I wanted to make a video on Earnest today for sure, but I didn't want it to be like a shitty video. I mean, honestly, this isn't like too spectacular of a video. I'm not gonna lie, but I played him a lot. I've already got him mastered. I know him pretty well, I feel, and I didn't want to make a video where I talk about how Earnest like is good and what he's good at if I didn't really have a lot of experience with him. So sorry for uploading this late, but I wanted to make sure that the video was good. I knew what I was talking about, and I showed you guys some stuff as well. So if you liked the video, thumb it up, show it to your friends, subscribe, stay tuned for whenever I post more videos. Leave a comment below, tell me what you want to see on this channel, and I will for sure get around to it. You guys are making my days this past week. It's been really, really fun so far, and I can't wait to keep doing it. So I will see you guys in my next video, and don't forget to leave me that feedback, because I need, not only do I need, but I want to hear from you guys, alright? So I'll see you guys next time.